just stood back, waited a second, someone would spawn, charge into that tank, kablooey, kabanga. It would go just absolutely everywhere. The tank would blow up. I would get points. That wasn't really what made me feel proud about doing that. What made me feel proud in doing that was the fact that I was keeping those tanks out of the way of my team. And my teammates would find the battle easier. And in a way, I stopped any unfortunate circumstances where there was a lack of engineers. And yeah. Okay, the next point is that the snipers... What is up with the sniper rifles? We start off with a semi-automatic. What? What? How on earth can you do that? Snipers in video games have always been iconicized. I'm not sure that's a word, but they've always been iconicized as being these guys that get the headshots. Bang! They kill the guy, they take him out instantly. Yes, you can do that with a semi-automatic, but it doesn't have that good feel. Okay? If you hit someone, it's much less likely to actually kill them outright. That is what I want to do if I'm a sniper. Many people will no doubt bitch and moan, "Ooh, but you can unlock it as an upgrade." I don't care. That should have been something that was automatically in the game. I don't care. And the single most hated point of this game for the snipers is scope wobble. Scope wobble. If you don't know what that means, because you've not played Battlefield 3 or COD, you're just new to this, that basically means that your character moves around the sniper rifle like a sodding drunkard. Okay? This is you whilst you are aiming with a sniper rifle. Not keeping it straight whatsoever, not even attempting. People will also moan, "Oh, but you can get a bipod." I don't care. I don't want to be completely immobilized. That is the idea of a sniper in these games. You've got to keep mobile so your enemies can't get to you, and you've got to take that one shot. Once you kill someone, they know where you are, you move. Being immobile like that is as annoying as God knows what. And you know what? You can't even fully spin. I know, spin it, rotate. Okay, you are fixed in this angle. Okay, it's not so bad for long-range shots, but when you're aiming slightly closer than that, the enemy only has to walk several feet so that, you know, you can't shoot them. And the next point is, why is there no penetrating through walls anymore? It doesn't seem that way. I can't get those sniper rifle shots where the bullet goes through that very thin wall, basically that bit of coverage, and that kind of XX fence. It's just really annoying. I can't seem to do it, and I was always a fantastic sniper. I knew about the gravity. I knew how to plot trajectory properly. Granted, yes, it didn't have wind, but really that was for the better in general. Because that would have made it almost impossible to be a sniper. And really, I don't mind a lot of the equivalent changes. I think that that's probably for the better. You know, having this kind of little this spotter stand thing, whatever it's called. Okay, I don't mind that because it fits in with the recon rule. That is why it is called recon. You are meant to look at the enemy, see what they've got, mark your enemy, and then wait for the perfect opportunity to strike, weaken their force, and then your teammates come in, smash the enemy to pieces. Okay? Preferably taking out the guy that has got the biggest weapon. The guy that is going to revive the rest of the guys. You could easily tell because we were using very different character models for each class. Now, not so much. I can't really tell the difference between a medic and an assault guy, which is very important when you are a sniper. If your enemy is working together, you want to take out that medic so that he cannot bring back to life all the guys that you've just killed, because that destroys your purpose of being there. And the only way, it's a different situation with the engineer, because, you know, for the most cases I find that he's wearing this gas mask. I'm not sure why. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Weird character model decision. Another important point here, the guns. Every single last gun in the previous installments of the Battlefield series, Bad Company 2. I understand that the Battlefield series is different, is a whole separate line of video games as opposed to Bad Company 2, but it's still the previous game that they worked on. The guns in Battlefield Bad Company 2, which I'm now going to call bf3, alright, had really, really badass recoil. It really made you feel like you were using a 50 caliber rifle, okay? Because it felt like, it made you feel like you had just been kicked in the shoulder by a horse, okay? And you honestly saw that bullet just went faster than anything that you could imagine, and it just went, hit the enemy, okay? And it was so satisfying, because those guns were still sometimes hard to hit. And yeah, and the goal, sniper rifle, which is quite a well-known one from Bad Company 2, BC2, it was always a favourite of mine as well, because it, rather than firing this massive gun, it made you feel much more precise when you fired. But the guns in bf3, Bullfuck 3, was so disappointing. All of the guns felt like you were shooting BB guns. Barely even that, water guns. Next to no recoil whatsoever. I couldn't even begin to compare that. Okay? And really, it almost feels like a sheer insult. And the next thing that I want to bring up here is the destruction physics. Why would you nerf them? And why would you put us into these massive sprawling cityscapes the way that we liked it in Battlefield Bad Company 2? Was small villages that you could just basically wreck. Small military bases that was so ruined at the end of the game. Each time it was unique. Almost every time. It did once or twice repeat itself, but it wasn't that bad. In Battlefield 3, what the hell? No destruction. No comparison whatsoever. Okay, you can do what? blow one hole in a building. Okay, in some of the larger ones, you can blow 3 holes. Yeah? Well, developers of the game, really the guys who thought, ooh, let's nerf the main thing in our game, the destruction physics. I'm gonna give you one big hole. Rip you one big hole. Okay. I'm going to try and avoid becoming truly angry in this because, I don't want to embarrass myself and so on. Okay. The destruction physics, you could bring down an entire building in bf3. In Battlefield 3, you could perhaps blow up a fence, destroy a window, and perhaps make 2 or 3 holes. As a whole, I'm incredibly disappointed. This is a very, very late video because it's been ages since it's been posted. I've seen 3 or 4 DLC packs, none of which I have bought except for perhaps that one car canned one, and that's because I bought the premium edition because I was so hyped for the game. And now, why? Okay, so just as a quick reminder, I do not intend to make anybody angry about this. This is just my views. 1 or 2 things may be debatable. I can hardly think of any of them because I'm fairly sure that I made good enough points on these. 2, I am not a COD fanboy, and really I loved Battlefield Bad Company 2, and I hate Battlefield 3. That's why I actually traded it in order to get a better RPG, which I'm yet to actually find. Kingdoms of Amalur is looking fairly promising. Angry Joe, he says it's a fairly good game. Go and check out his channel or whatever. Just type in Angry Joe, whatever. So that is it. That's all, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to hate, lament, and subscribe. No, wait a minute. No, rate, comment, and subscribe. Okay. So, thank you for watching.